Welcome back to Master Key Monday, and today we're going to be talking about how you can stop running away from your problems, from life, like whatever you have going on. We're going to talk about it today, and we're going to talk about how you can address it. And I'm going to just... a lot of, like, I feel like shadow work encompasses a lot of like the inner work that you need to do, but it's also like past stuff, because that's basically like what keeps it going, the context, right? Today what I'm gonna try to teach you is how you can face these things that you've been running away from without looking away. Sometimes we get to a place where we're unable to run anymore, and the ideas, thoughts, and physical people, situations, whatever, confront us with these things that hurt us, right? Then we are having to confront something that we don't want to. We're resisting it in the moment, and it doesn't make us feel good, you know? So basically, how I'm going to explain this, I'm just going to be looking at my notes a lot, because I want to get this right, so that way I can make sure that I give you guys the best information. Like, I know like my energy is like a little bit low today, but I feel like this is serious, kind of. Right? So okay, the first thing that I want you to do, hopefully you have a piece of paper. Wait, let's stop. Go get a piece of paper and a pen, or use the notes app on your phone if you're not watching it on your phone. Look, you have to switch to some apps or something. Press pause. I feel like this is serious, kind of. Right? So okay, so the first thing that I want you guys to understand is that these traumas and things that hurt us, they are connected to a lot of things. And the best way that I can explain this is it's like a web. So the first circle of a web is pretty small, and it connects in the middle to you, right? And so the inside that first ring of the webs are your core wounds, the things that hurt you and caused trauma to you and shaped your personality in a way to avoid that pain. And today I want to talk to you guys about just taking one step at a time. This is going to be a possibly drawn out process, but I do want you to know that you will feel good as each step is slowly completed. You will become more and more yourself, and less the experiences that have gotten you this far. You will be able to shine, and things can get better if you're experiencing something that is painful. You probably have this thing already in mind about what we're talking about, right? Or maybe a few things if you're a more self-actualized person, right? And so the second thing we're going to do is ask, why am I running? What is there for me to be afraid of? What is keeping you away from addressing this problem and creating more peace for yourself? Now, the reason why I want you to ask this is because there are several different ways that you can answer this question, but to define a fear takes its power away, which gives us even more places to work. Some people will have an easier time answering this question, and others will have to try again and again. But just know that consistency is the best way to get through this. Okay, so why are you running? What is it that you're afraid of? Are you afraid of commitment? Why? Are you afraid that someone won't love you? Why? Are you afraid that if you show who you really are, people won't like you? Why? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of not having enough? Are you afraid of not being able to create more now that you've been able to? Do you doubt yourself? What is it that you're afraid of? Okay, now the next step to this is, how does that thing make you feel? How do you feel now, and how have you felt in the past when you've been triggered? Think deeply about these things. Open your heart so that you can feel it, and it might be uncomfortable, but this is where the work begins. And uncomfortability. This can take some time because it may require you to purge some emotions. You may have to get angry. You may have to cry. Just cry and cry and cry unconsolably until there's no more to cry. You may have to live through the moments that you wish would continue to come, but they just aren't. What are those things? And open yourself to feel them. The next thing that we're going to do is ask why, and then ask why again. So, why does it make you feel a certain way? And why does it make you feel that way? And when that answer is answered, we will ask why again. So, for example, if I'm angry at my partner for the way that he spoke to me. Why? Because it made me feel belittled. And I don't like that. Why? Because I have made an effort to become a stronger, more stable person, and I don't like when people belittle me because that deflects my work. Why? Because I used to feel small, and I don't like feeling small, especially by someone else's volition. Why? Because my mother made me feel small, or my father made me feel small, and that's why I don't like that feeling, and I felt like I had no control. And why? Because I felt like I had no control. And why? Because I feel like I have no control over my life, because I can't stand up for myself, right? There are 100 ways that one thing could have been broken down based on your contextual experience as a being here. And just know that every single one of them is correct. It is okay. I wanted to give you guys an example so you understand how to go through it, right? And I talk about this a lot on my channel, the why, what do I call it? Like the why hole, the why pit. Because essentially what you're doing is you're going down this rabbit hole of yourself, your excuses, your explanations, your attachments, until you get to the core. You peel the onion all the way back to the core to understand what hurt you. And while you're doing that, the onions may sting your eyes. The smell may burn and tickle your nose. Your eyes will get puffy and your face will be filled with streaming water, but it is all worth it in the end. Okay, now that you have found this core, the next thing we will do is unravel everything that has balled around it. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to unravel all the becauses, because now we know what the core thing is, and to stop attaching our other issues to this cord. And then once you're able to pull away from that, we will basically deal with the core. So it'll take some time to kind of unravel, and sometimes you'll start working on the core issue and little things will pop up and you're like, oh, that was connected to pluck. but it is necessary and uncomfortable. Okay, and then how do we deal with the core, right? What is the thing that this core is attached to? What is the emotion? What is the situation? What is the problem? What is the belief? What is the construct of it, right? What is it doing here? Why is it here? What happened? How did I perceive this thing to happen that it's still here now? It can be a certain amount of things, you know? Like, I had this trauma, this is where it hid, and I knew it was there, and I ignored it until I forgot about it, and then I continued to forget about it until it just popped up one day, and I just kept pretending that it wasn't there, right? But now it's unbearable, and now I have to do something about it. There's also this is what happened to me, and I keep experiencing things like this that happen to me, and it doesn't feel good, and I need to do something about it. Those are both valid reactions, and whatever comes out of this questioning is also valid for you. If why it is here is unrelated to the actual reason that you are addressing it, then I also want you to ask, how did it unfold in this way? How did I relate said thing to said core, right? So how did this thing over here become about this over here? Kind of like how, if, you know, everybody remembers like when your mom would get mad at your dad, or your dad would get mad at your mom about something, but it was definitely not about that thing. It was about something completely different. Well, sounds like it's about that time, doesn't it? So I know we just had like a cool heart to heart with each other, you guys. I love you. So understand this. I'm grateful for you. I am grateful for you being here and spending your time with me, learning how to make yourself a better person. I want you to know that I am here for you. If you need me, you can reach out to me on Instagram in the DMs at _LiveLikeLo, or you can leave your comment below and share with others how you have either already applied this to your life, or how just listening to this video has opened your eyes, or whatever it is that you've experienced during this time or with this information. I want you to know that I am purely grateful for you, and thank you for your time, because that means that you're pouring your energy and your time into me, and I want to do the same for you. I am so grateful for you, so grateful for who you are and how far you've come. I am grateful for your achievements, and I feel so blessed to be here, to be a conduit for your growth. I am proud of you in every essence of my being, and I hope that you feel it right here, right now with me. You are amazing, beautiful, and you can do anything you put your mind to. And there is nothing but truth in that statement. You can bring anything you wish into fruition with the energy that it requires. You are an abundant spiritual being having a human experience that is fucking glorious, honey. You are a fucking light of the world, and shine that shit so bright there will be no crevice unseen, no shadow uncast, nothing that can hide in the darkness anymore, as everything will come to light just as you wish it. I think